Early Learning Coalition is a local not-for-profit agency focused on early education and care. The goal of the coalition is to prepare all children to enter kindergarten ready to succeed. The story of their Polk Heroes program is coming up on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm Stephen Barnes, and I have the pleasure of welcoming our special guests from the Early Learning Coalition, Miss Nancy Handley and Karen Hallman.
Nice to meet you.
Ladies, thank you so much for coming on the program today. Early Learning Coalition, you know, the name kind of lends itself to what it is, but can you just kind of explain what some of the services are? What is the mission of ELC?
So the Early Learning Coalition is a 501c3. It's a nonprofit organization. And like we had said, our mission is to make sure that children enter into school ready to learn. We have different programs. Some of our programs is a school readiness program and our voluntary kindergarten program, which is our VPK program. Both of those programs on a yearly basis, we serve around 12,000 children.
Wow.
Yes, so through different initiatives, and one of the initiatives that we have on there is different literacy initiatives, which would be part of that is our Polk Heroes program.
Now, you guys cover all of Polk County, or do you, specific region, or you go beyond Polk County? What's your service area?
Through our VPK program, we are in Polk County, and we service all of Polk County. We have our school readiness program that services in Polk County. We do have some that we do out of county programs through our school readiness. Our emphasis is birth through 5. We do service school-age children, but our primary focus is the birth through 5. Now,
the coalition, it has a lot of different initiatives. Like you said, you've got a couple different things. What are some of the ones that people are most familiar with as far as like what their children's services are?
The main services that you would be recognized through the coalition would be our school readiness program that we have for families.
What does the readiness program do?
So for our school readiness program, what that does is it provides services to families, families that could be economically disadvantaged.
Okay.
And through that program, we offer different services. There's a list, a wait list. They would have to meet certain criteria to be on that list, but what we would do is provide services for those families. We also have like a CCR&R program, which is a resource and referral. So for families that are looking for child care, we provide a list of names and availability for providers or for families if they're looking for a provider.
So it's not as easy as just calling and signing up. There's usually a waiting list for qualified students and families.
For the families, and then we contract with the providers throughout Polk County. And then we also have our VPK program, which is a voluntary pre-kindergarten program, and that's free to all children in the state of Florida that are on or before September 1st. And we are actually, there's 30 coalitions in the state of Florida, and we're around the 7th, 8th largest in the state.
That's excellent. Now, this program that we're about to talk about, the Heroes program, it has been causing some waves. You know, it's been getting some press lately. Tell us about what the Heroes program actually is.
I'll let Nancy go ahead.
Polk Heroes is a literacy initiative. We started several years ago, and what we had anticipated was kind of joining heroes in the community with children ages birth through 5 to share a love of reading.
So how does the program actually work?
We have local law enforcement agencies, 4 currently, that are participating in our program. They go out monthly into child care centers and read to the children. They talk to them about their jobs and roles within the community as well.
And how many, I mean, when you say Polk Heroes, you're talking about like first responders and things like, how many organizations, how many people are involved in this?
We have currently the Lakeland Police Department Bartow Police Department, Haines City Police Department, and Polk County Sheriff's Office participating. Not only sheriff deputies and officers, but we have firefighters and communications division and just about anyone we can pull in.
EMTs.
Absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes.
Well, that's great. That provides a really unique opportunity for these kids to connect with local, heroes, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And
And-
it builds that relationship, and that's what we're looking at, and
Yeah.
we're bringing literacy into the programs as well.
Well, and it's always been an issue with community relations with a lot of the police departments and things like that. That's a big push for them, is to really connect with the community. This gives them an opportunity not only to connect, but to educate and help
Yes.
help the community grow, right?
Absolutely.
It does. It's putting their faces into neighborhoods where they're actually working.
Yeah.
It's giving, I think, not only children a sense of peace and feeling of support that they could get from these officers, but their family members as well.
Now, this is a monthly thing that happens, right?
Absolutely.
So the first responders, our heroes of the community, they go in once a month to a specific. How does that work?
Typically what happens is an officer or other Polk hero is assigned a child care center where they visit at least once a month. They go in for about 30 minutes each visit.
Okay.
They share a book with the classroom, and like I said, they read from children in the infant room all the way up through the 5-year-old classrooms. So they're reading each month with them. They talk to them about what the character development skills are in the book, or what kind of lessons that they could learn from the book. Speak to them about important things happening in their community and the way that they're involved, and we send that book home, a copy of that book with each child.
This has got to be not just a unique experience for the children who get to meet these first responders and find out who they are and what they do, but on the flip side of that, a unique opportunity for the first responders to get to interact with these children. I mean, I can imagine you've probably heard back from some of them, and what are some of the things that you're hearing from some of our heroes?
A lot of times it's just the simple fact that, wow, that wasn't as bad as I thought. You wouldn't
It can be
think.
scary, right? All those
Right.
little kids, and how's this going to go?
I go and I try to attend as many of the readings as I can, and it's kind of funny to watch, these big old guys come in and sit on these tiny little chairs with the kids, and the kids are so excited to see them, and these officers are kind of like, what do I expect? What's going to happen from here? So after that initial reading, that it's kind of like the sweat off the back, and they're like, hey, this is really fun.
Totally different from their normal everyday
Absolutely
jobs.
different.
Yeah, absolutely. So how many sites are actually participating in this? So we know we've got, all the different police departments, things like that are participating. What are the educational sites that are there?
We have 21 child care centers currently participating in the program,
And
and
we've
that's
grown.
throughout the entire county.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
incredible.
we've grown quite a bit over the course of the years of doing this.
Now, what is the vision for the Polk Heroes program? I mean, obviously it's already growing. What do you see happening in the future with this program?
We would like to go out. When we're looking at sites too, we look at areas where the poverty level is at 150%. So we
Yeah.
know we want to get books in the hands of the children. We're up to almost 2,000 now, books that we've been
Wow.
able to pass out and provide children with those materials.
And that's pretty cool too. You had mentioned about them being able to take the books home. They actually get to collect the library as they, that's kind of unique as well. A lot of the families, like you said, you're targeting families that maybe don't have the financial capacity to go out and buy books for their children.
Absolutely.
This gives them the opportunity the kids bring those books back into the home where the parents can now initiate this educational opportunity.
It's one of the most important aspects of the program, I think, is being able to provide a book for each child to take home monthly.
Yeah.
We've had stories to where parents have asked, hey, what happened to the book this month? We really were dependent upon that book. We've heard stories about parents making special bookshelves for their kids to keep these books
That's
on
terrific.
because they don't have books in their
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, that's
Right.
wonderful. I know my wife, she's big on reading. She loves to read, and we've had several new members to our extended family, and so her thing is, I don't buy them toys, I buy them books.
Books.
And she buys books and she'll send them every couple weeks, and because that's important for a child to be introduced to books and be around books. That encourages them to read as they grow.
It does.
Early on, and we know that, we've talked about it, that early literacy really does set the foundation for later academic success.
And this is really kind of an initiative not just to introduce them to the community members, but to push the families to get involved actively in their children's literacy.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
It helps build the relationships all the way around with the children, with the community members and the families.
How do community members help ELC? Like what? I mean, obviously you've got all these programs. It costs money to buy the books. Things like that. How do we help you?
Donations.
Yeah.
Donations is the best way. Like Karen said, we've distributed over 2,000 books this year to the children. So the more money we have, the larger the program can expand. As she stated, we're looking at child care centers that are 150% below poverty level. That's a lot of our county. So the more money we can bring in, the more we can service our community.
That's terrific. Well, this is a wonderful work you guys are doing, and I look forward to seeing how much this program is going to grow, because I tell you, the more people know about it, the bigger this is going to get and the more it's going to take off.
Yes.
It's a great thing.
There's a elcpolk.org. If you go on that website, there's a big donate tab that's blue.
Make it nice and big.
You make it
Absolutely.
donate to there, but if you do it toward the literacy, we ask that you say in there that it is going
Okay,
toward the literacy
so you can actually
program.
designate it.
You can designate it.
Perfect. All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much for sharing with the program. It sounds
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Thank you for
Good
having
luck.
us.
Thank you.
The children of Polk County are our greatest and most important resource. A child's earliest experiences and environments set the stage for their future development and success in school and in life. The Polk Heroes Literacy Program is a reading initiative designed to promote early literacy in the classroom while building positive connections between children of our community and law enforcement officers and first responders. Firefighters, police, sheriff's officers, and other first responders in Polk County go into child care sites which are serving children who are often at risk of reading failure and read to the children in the classrooms for 30 minutes each month. Every child is given a copy of the book that was read to take home to share with their families. For more information about the program, you can give them a call at 863-733-9064 or look them up on the web at www.elcpolk.org.